gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Y'all calling me crazy when a been ballin' all day like Brady. Long hair this wavy, and a been shopping all day, no Macy. Hop out first lady, you think can't date me? Look at your savings, you still waiting, still blowing out daisies, counting on daydreams. Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no fake, like Jay-Z. Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no fake, no crazy. None of these crazy. Then I ball like Spalding. Can't call my bluff when it's my call in. Won't duck them all in. It's a brand new day, new pace like jogging. Straight facts, no jargon. It's a whole lot of big blue checks, no login. Low stress, no stalling. See a whole lot of big focus when I ball in.
I'm going crazy, yeah. Can't date me, yeah. Look at your savings, yeah. Got 'em going crazy, yeah. Look at your savings, can't date me. I'm going crazy, yeah. Can't date me, yeah. Look at your savings, yeah. Got 'em going crazy, yeah. Look at your savings, can't date me.
Cuckoo nuts, crazy, amazing, buku bucks. Pay me awful luxury. Save me, who knew you go crazy? Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no fake, like Jay-Z. Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no fake, no crazy. None of these crazy. Nobody more crazy.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins to 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Tua going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill. Complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to pass. Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua now on first down. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On play action, here's Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Pickett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Pickett back to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 1st and 10 here. If they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted.
That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He's got a man complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Pickett. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complete.
There he goes left side. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet. And they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Here we go, set. 33, yellow. You ain't going nowhere. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shot, 17.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. About 3 yards there to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was... And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give up the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach it's him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Pickett now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He finds Austin complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
They hand this off to Harris, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Now Pickett. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point put through by Boswell as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will